Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled V'techezena Ainainu Part 6, which is a series and talk about reflecting on Hashem's bracha and the Gula in the present day era, and in the mini-series of Mud and Miracle Part 3. We discussed the mud and miracle. When the Jews crossed the Yam Suf, they were complaining about the mud, according to the Medrash, which is amazing, in the middle of the redemption, complaining that it's muddy. We saw in the second temple as well. Cyrus invites the Jews home, and they come home and they start building the Mikdash. Some Jews are happy and cheering, and others are crying. And it's not the same as the first Mikdash. In the middle of the redemption, they're crying. And I think it seems to be a pattern, and our third redemption as well. In my humble opinion, we have seen unbelievable miracles during this time. And Litzari, to my great sorrow, many Jews, holy Jews, wonderful Jews, are crying and whining and complaining. And they are seeing the mud and focusing on the mud and not seeing the miracles. And to me, it's a great, great tragedy. And to me, the way I see it is a pattern already, that there are some Jews that for some reason, when the redemption occurs, they just see the mud and they don't see the miracles. It's a very, very sad pattern. But it seems like there's a history of it. From the first redemption at the Yam Suf, second redemption by the second Mikdash, and now during our era, there are so many miracles that are going on. The ingathering of the exiles, and the fertility of the land of Israel, the building up of the yeshivot, the ability to defend ourselves, Gedolim, so many Gedolim not here in Eretz Yisrael, Jews defending Jews like no one else. Countries around the world over the thousands of years just let us rot, outright killed us, or they would try to defend us in some kind of b'diavad power fashion. No one will defend Jews like Jews will defend Jews, giving up lives in the army, in the Mossad, so that we can live peacefully here with, of course, Siyata D'Shmaya. These are unbelievable miracles that are going on. And people should see that. Is there mud? Of course there is mud. Sometimes you might have some of the leaders are corrupt. The government is not based on Torah and mitzvot, not guided by halacha. And sometimes decisions are made that kill people. It's true. Sometimes we'll go in and on the ground incursion instead of from the air because of this reason, political reason, and who knows, maybe really it should have only been in the air. We should not have endangered our soldiers. For sure, that is mud, and it's depressing, and it's so sad for every life that we lose. But the miracle is that we are going day to day, and we are a growing nation in every way, and physically, spiritually, economically, militarily, agriculturally, etc. It's miracle after miracle after miracle. So yes, there is mud. And we have to see the mud, identify the mud, and deal with it and try to improve it. But our overwhelming reaction to what we see these days, to those who are living here and those abroad as well, should be, wow, what an amazing miracle. And yes, there's some mud that we have to deal with. We are going to continue specifically in the next year, year number 4, on the mud and the miracle regarding Yam Suf. And an amazing, amazing comparison between the Yam Suf miracle from 3,000 years ago in Egypt to a modern day Yam Suf miracle just a few years ago. Shalom.